Yeah, you can lie about it, but it's not gonna change a thing. Maybe you'll try to hide it. Pull down the curtain where the light comes in. Baby, we walked this road so many times before, but you always stop at my door. Yeah, maybe we'll fight about it, but I won't be down about it. All I know is I've been around, I've seen it before. Baby, I know this show. I know my part, but down to the core. I don't wanna waste my time now. This is where I come in. I can tell the ending, but where it begins. I can forget about you. Live out my days like it's still the same. There's still a part inside you, closing me out like I'm to blame. Yeah, we can fight about it, but I won't be down about it. All I know is I've been around, I've seen it before. Baby, I know this show. I know my part, but down to the core. I don't wanna waste my time now. This is where I come in. I can tell the ending, but where it begins. All I know is how it goes when a heart like yours beats a heart like mine. We could turn all the words to raps, but a love like ours will break with time. It will break with time. All I know is I've been around, I've seen it before. Baby, I know this show. I know my part, but down to the core. I don't wanna waste my time now. This is where I come in. I can tell the ending.
Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Where it begins. All I know is I've been around, I've seen it before. Baby, I know this shows. I know my part, but down to the core. I don't wanna waste my time now. This is where I come in. I can tell the ending, but where it begins.
Boom! What is up, turtles? It is good to see everyone today on this wonderful Saturday morning to me, okay? Because I'm just getting my ass up, waking up. Okay, so you know it's a good day when Billy Joe Jawbone is in the thumbnail, okay? Anytime you see Billy Joe, you know it's going to be a good day. All right, but anyway, of course, if you're just tuning into my ugly damn face, make sure you like the video. If you ain't joined up yet, get your ass a turtle shell. Stop walking around here naked. Dolly gotta eat, okay? Dolly gotta eat. Anyway, Leilani back in court. She made an appearance. You know I'm engaged, PJ, but look, if she goes to prison, she'll never know. She'll never know. Okay, so Leilani back in court trying to get these murder charges thrown out. My fiance is not a murderer, okay? She ain't gonna like my new girlfriend, but hey, I'm Mormon, okay? I can choose today. I grew up Baptist, but today I am Mormon, okay? Anyway, so Leilani back up in court, you know, and Billy Joe back up in there. And we come to find out Leilani, a few weeks before the disappearance of baby Quinton. That Leilani, just baby Quinton. Never get it out of my mind. it's like watching an execution. You just never forget it, right? Well, anyway, they heard the case, and apparently she was in a drug program a few weeks before, she takes Quinton, throws him into the dumpster. Now they're saying, her defense team is, they don't have a cause of death. Okay, so these murder charges need to be thrown out because there's no way to prove if she murdered this baby or not. So they didn't make a decision yet. The judge didn't. She needs a little more time to review it, things of that nature. But I'm praying to God, okay, that there is some justice for little baby Quinton. All right. Now, it's going to be, if it turns into one of those Casey Anthony things, oh my God. And there's still her boyfriend, Danny. We don't know what he's going to say. We really never heard anything. Look, so here's the thing. Leilani didn't have to say nothing to the police. Okay. She didn't have to say nothing to the police. And that's fine. She has the right to remain silent. But what she can't do is what the prosecution is saying, is lie to the police. And in the very beginning, Leilani did a bunch of lying. Okay. And she did that to the police. Now, is that enough to convict her for murder? Okay. What is in them journals? They talked about the journals again today in court. So apparently Leilani, when she's going through some tough things, she likes to write about it. Okay. Now we know Dolly's in the journals. We know I'm all up in that book, right? There's no way this was standing outside your house and you need to be like, yo, Dolly's outside my house. I want some soap. Okay. No lie. That's the first killer, mate, that I know of that has actually walked up to me and said, hey, Dolly, you make soap? I was like, yeah. She's like, can I have some? I was like, yeah, I'll hook you up. Right now, I don't know if they're going to give her that in prison, but if she don't go to prison, then she can get some Dolly soap. Okay. So I just hope that Savannah don't drop the ball. Look, because I lost a little bit of hope in the police force when I was down there because I didn't really think they were going to find Quinton. I was so wrong. The police did an excellent job out there finding that baby, searching that landfill, all that stuff. So I'm giving that same hope now. Like I didn't believe in them the first time. So this time I'm going to try to, hold faith and believe in the system down there that it's going to do the right thing and justice will prevail. Okay. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Okay. So once I get through this thing, I'm going to open up the phone lines for a little bit. And then after the phones, we're going to do a little live panel up here for some of you guys want to come up and join me. It's been a while since I've done that up here. Okay. Just remember a few rules. No drinking, smoking. Be decent human beings when you come up on the panel. Don't get me kicked off YouTube. Okay. That's the basic rule. Also, okay, let's jump into this. We'll flip back to the Leilani stuff. The Long Island serial killer. Okay. Somebody came out and spoke out about him, and I thought it was kind of crazy. And you know who that was? Dennis Rader, BTK. All right. Bind, torture, kill. He said that the Long Island serial killer was a clone of him. Okay. A clone of him. That he was just like him, things of that nature. Now they're still trying to tie more killings to the Long Island serial killer. And they're trying to talk about the evidence and him with these prostitutes and the burner phones and different things. And they were going over it. He is linked. Okay. And this is weird because if you're not the serial killer, why would you be linked to all these prostitutes? And after that, right, he started to stalk their families, looking for information on their families. When I first seen the guy, I was kind of surprised. I was like, this is some old Hannibal Lecter looking shit. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a really intelligent guy. And a lot of his neighbors said they thought he was creepy. They only really seen him early in the morning. He would commute to Manhattan and they would see him in like a 3-piece suit and a suitcase, his briefcase, just getting it. And you know, I've been going through like the series of Silence of the Lamb here lately. Like I just watched Red Dragon, all kinds of, you know, so is like, and they usually say that serial killers are above average intelligence. So there ain't just a bunch of dum dums running around being serial killers. It's usually people that are pretty smart. All right. Now, if you just go out there and kill somebody and you ain't a serial killer, then that's different, you know, because we look at Bryan Kohberger, okay? Very smart young man, bright future. He could have been in law enforcement, criminal justice, all kinds of stuff, right? He threw all that away to go damn complete psycho for one night, you know, allegedly one night. And, you know, is he a serial killer? And I always refer to Kohberger as a serial killer because I just feel he's killed somebody else before. He didn't start his killing spree off at 4 people creeping into somebody. That's some shit that if you went to Dennis Rader right now that compares the clone and you asked him, do you believe Bryan Kohberger, this is his first kill? I guarantee you Dennis Rader would say, no, it's not. If you went to the damn Green River Killer, I'm trying to think of who's still alive in prison that's a serial killer, he would tell you, hell no, this is not his first kill. Right? All these people tell you about the Ted Bundy. I mean, all of these people, they escalated. Okay, they didn't start off just let me kill everybody. They slowly started doing things, either inflicting harm on themselves, okay, harm on animals or people around them, started creeping, started maybe doing a little bit of stalking, a little bit of peeping Toming. Then it escalates to B&E. Then it escalates to rape. Next thing you know, you killing people and burying bodies. To see Bryan Kohberger just like, oh, he gonna go in his house and stab these people up, walk out so calmly, drive. No, he has hurt somebody else before. Okay. And I'm sure when they get over with this Rex guy, that Long Island serial killer, they're going to find out that he's killed more people. They're finding the people he's killed around his house, just like in the neighborhood. And you know, that's rare too. You just kill everybody in your neighborhood, right? But that goes back to other serial killers did the same type of stuff, killed right in proximity of where they were at in striking distance, where they felt the most comfortable. They knew the area, knew where to hide bodies, knew these little spots that were hard to find, things of that nature. And then, okay, we get even craziness, right? I don't know if y'all been keeping up with the whole DDON and Candace Wells thing, and probably one of the craziest true crime. They need to make a movie about the Summer Wells case. That is how crazy it is. Like, it blows my mind. I don't even know where to start in it, but just the crazy shit that Don and Candace all hammered, tore up online. I think they've given up hope, right? I think they really have, of like getting those boys back. I think they were halfway trying to be decent, you know, because they had hopes of getting those boys back. But I think they kind of got to the point there where they like, look, I still think they know something about Summer, but I'm just talking about the boys in general. It's like now they just don't give two shits. It's just like watching Pure T, Jerry Springer on steroids. Look, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and put the phone line up. All right. And we're going to get these phone calls popping off, going off. If you haven't yet, make sure you give this video a like. And I'm going to take phone calls for about 20 minutes or so. And then we're going to do a little quick panel, hang out. And then Dolly got to get his ass up out of here. It's a nice day. It's Saturday. I can't spend the whole day with you, but I got a little bit. All right. So let me put the phone line number on the screen. Give me 1 second. There you go. The call-in numbers on the screen. The phone lines are open. You know, anything in true crime is perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm praying to God that Leilani does not get these murder charges dropped. All right. I think they got enough evidence on the Long Island serial killer. Not as good as Bryan Kohberger, okay? But I think they got some pretty good evidence on him. Do you think he has any more victims? You know, we still got court appearances coming up from the Chad Dorman guy who killed his 3 sons, which that dude right there, I don't even know why they let him go to court. I mean, at this point, you know, drag him out into the city and pull his toenails out. I mean, there should be special treatment for people that do super heinous crimes. Like, that is just terrible. I don't even know, like, just prayers to his wife, okay? Her daughter, and they're you know, they're going to have, like, PTSD for, like, ever after that. Can you imagine going through something like that, what the young girl witnessed, or the mother? Could you imagine? I could not imagine that. I mean, I think, you know, if he would have had another gun in that gun safe, the wife should have put a bullet in him, okay? Because that dude, he was like a wild dog or something. You need to put down. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know why waste taxpayers' money. Kelly was still on verdict watch. And then, you know, look, why waste money? Here, let's talk about wasting money. This Carlee Russell girl, okay, the girl that goes missing, sees a kid on the interstate, okay, don't see shit. This lady just crazy making up stuff. But before she does this big hoax, prank, whatever it is, she's on her computer. She's searching the movie Taken, okay, about being kidnapped. She's searching how long before Amber Alert goes out, things like this. She knew exactly what she was going to do, right? What goes through people's mind? And my biggest thing is this, is why are so many true crime people fascinated with it? She wasn't even kidnapped. This is just a crazy person. But all the true crime channels are running with this stuff like there was some true crime involved. The only crime is her ass needs to be arrested for lying to the police and things of that nature. If it was me that did some shit like that, I'd be sitting in jail right now. Okay, I'd be sitting in jail. I don't know how everybody gets these free passes in the world, but Dolly, you know what I'm saying? If I was lying to the police and act like somebody kidnapped me and I just walk up, they put my ass in some handcuffs. They even put me in handcuffs for less. So I don't know how this girl hasn't been charged. Look, when you waste, what did they spend? Millions of dollars looking for this girl in them 2 days? You got to pay all them people, all them extra people to come in, helicopters to search this. I mean, everything. And just be like, oh, I'm back. And then blame it on an orange-haired white dude. Orange-haired white dude kidnapped me. Like, one, there ain't a whole lot of orange-haired white dudes. Like, you could have said a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white dude, but it sounded more believable. You could have said a white dude with one eye and with a patch on it and a pirate leg. Okay, at this point, who the hell did you get robbed by? Ronald McDonald? All right, and just kidnapped by me. You didn't get robbed. You know, you take your stuff off. You had a hotel. This is just all a big hoax, and people are just running with it like she was really kidnapped, and there's this conspiracy. She was in the back of an 18-wheeler. Then is my phone lines open? You guys are quiet today. You guys, let me make sure it's open. Let me refresh it. Okay, quiet. Y'all are quiet. It's refreshed. The phone lines are open. Call-in number is on the screen. So just a big time hoax. And I believe, of course, she should be charged. She should be charged with lying to the authorities. She should pay restitution to pay back. I don't know if she could ever pay back what it could cost to look for her ass, but a certain amount of money, you know, that should hurt her pocket for a good bit. So things like this again. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. It's the Crackling Turtle.
Hey, Crackling Turtle.
How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. I wanted to really quickly speak on the Carlee thing. The real crime is her doing what she did. And not only what she did, but the harm that she's caused cases in the future. Because now everybody that comes up missing from now on, especially women of color, they're going to look at it as it's just a Carlee case, and they're not going to take it as seriously as they should.
I don't know, because most people don't do I mean, I think it's rare for people to do big hoaxes like that. You know, because so many people really do get kidnapped that usually people don't got to fake it. If she would have stood out there long enough, somebody would have kidnapped her.
At the Red Roof Inn.
Yeah, she's lucky she survived the Red Roof Inn. That's
right.
$9.99 a night. You might die there.
Exactly. It's crazy. I just think it's ridiculous. It's, she needs to have charges filed. She needs to be charged with the fullest extent of everything they can throw at her, in my opinion.
Well, I think
because
misdemeanor crimes lying to the police. I don't think it's a felony or nothing, but the misdemeanor crimes add up.
But if the FBI if they question her and she lied to them, it would be a whole different story.
Yeah, and I heard they had
a federal crime.
They had the FBI and the Secret Service looking for her.
Exactly. So if any of her statements were made to them, then there might be other charges and going on.
I haven't heard of the Secret Service getting involved in too many missing person cases, but from what I'm hearing, they used the Secret Service for some computer analysis stuff, I guess, so they could get right into her computers and shit. Yeah. So
it's crazy.
I mean, yeah, and then they come out to the press conference, they're just like, there's no kidnapper out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
right, y'all are safe. It's ridiculous. Like that she would just did it all over a man.
It's just a stunt.
She's spoiled. She's spoiled rotten. She's never been held accountable, in my opinion. Her parents, she could do no wrong.
Yeah, they still
no matter what.
Acting like she was kidnapped.
And her mom's, I swear, I think her mom's going to triple down and be like, there is a kidnapper.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The family's going with it. Like, they're going with it. Like, she escaped from an 18-wheeler. They put her in a car. She got her fingernails painted. Whatever it all was, it was just like, this girl is like, either she's crazy or she needs to be in jail. But either way, she needs some type of help. Either put her in a little loony bin for a little bit and figure out what's going on with her, or lock her ass up for a hot minute for being such a.
It was too premeditated, in my opinion, to be a crazy thing.
I know. The searching the movie, searching the Amber Alerts, all those things.
Everything. Yeah, like there's just too much that she pre-planned, and all that. I feel like
there was some. Was she? Now, look, I've heard these rumors. Was she like maybe a street worker? Because there were some things that she had done on the internet that the police said were personal things, and we know she went to a Red Roof Inn. Was she out there like? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying I've heard this. I don't know if that's true, but I just thought it was odd when the police said, "Well, there was, this is the stuff she was searching, and there were some personal things." I was thinking either she is watching Pornhub, you know what I'm saying? Or what did she search that they didn't want to share that was personal?
Right. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're holding that evidence behind in hopes that would convince her to talk, because she knows what's on her phone.
I don't think they're ever going to charge her with anything. And here's the thing. As a family, as a mother or father, I would much rather my daughter come in and lie and then created some bullshit story than to actually been kidnapped and never see her again. You know what I'm saying? I'd just be, as a father, I'd be glad my daughter was home first. But then, once that happiness of her being home, I would tell her, hey, do the right thing and, tell people this is all bullshit. And you gotta own it. You know what I'm saying? You got to own your mistakes in this world.
But she's never been held accountable, in my opinion. It seems like her attitude is, I can do no wrong. You're not any, like she's above everyone. She just has that bratty mentality. No one tells her no.
Yeah.
And I think with her boyfriend, he was about to tell her, no, we're not going to be together. Your kind of crazy is not my kind of crazy. And her, not crazy, but just lose it because
I hate to see hoaxes get so much attention, especially on YouTube and other media, because when people get attention, there's people out there that want nothing but attention. You see what I'm saying?
right,
And then they'll go, okay, well, this person got a bunch of attention by doing it. Let me do it. And if the punishment ain't real severe and you getting all this attention for it, people will do it.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So she won't be the last person to just vanish and act like I got kidnapped.
Right. And there's no telling how much money they made off of that situation from people just coming up and handing them cash or gift cards or whatever. And people see that as a quick buck. Like that, like a fast moneymaker, even if the GoFundMe's and, reward funds, are reset. That's not all the meals they got, all everything.
I think that would be the case, other than the fact that I don't think the parents knew she planned to do this. You know what I'm saying? If they all knew, then it's a hustle. But they didn't know. So they can't help that people are giving to them because they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right. She knows.
No, I know that. But who's going to benefit when she comes home from that money? She will. Who's going to get an attorney hired for her?
That money will probably go to attorneys and things to keep her ass out of jail for what she did.
Mm-hmm. So, right. Like she has no consequences whatsoever.
We just don't need no other young girls pulling stunts like this. If you want to run off and hang out with some dude, run off and hang out with some dude, but don't act like you've been kidnapped. I mean, that's serious shit. They bring out the FBI, the damn Secret Service, every police agency, man, teams of people are going there to search for you. Neighborhood people in your neighborhood searching for you. I mean, it creates chaos when you do some shit like this because every life is important and they treat every life the same.
Right. And, there was other news, I think, in Birmingham that couple of days that was not really covered. I think there was a police officer that was murdered or killed. And it nothing. I mean, it was like she overtook everything. Like it was just,
Kidnappings when it's by a stranger is a really big deal in this country. You know what I'm saying? That is one of the people's biggest fears, somebody kidnap you, kill you, something like that. And usually kidnappings from strangers like that ain't as common like domestic situations. There's a lot of domestic situations that are considered kidnappings and things like that. But when it is a complete stranger grabs your ass up.
And the trafficking is so prevalent in the news these days. Like that's where your immediate mind goes. Like whether you want it or not. Like that's that put everybody in that area in a panic and a fear that somebody's luring people with a kid, and it a shockwave through that community.
They snatch these people up, kidnap them, they get them hooked on drugs, and then right then they're doing whatever these people want. Right,
and that's where everybody's mind went. When this happened at first, before all this other stuff started coming out.
Yeah, because when I got my CDL license in school, I had to take a human trafficking class because there's a lot of it in trucking and things like that. And I watched so many videos on young ladies that were kidnapped. I mean, like 14, 16 years old, and they were took into a house. They were chained up. They were given drugs every day for like 2-3 straight weeks. This girl says a bunch of them, they were like, we were so dependent on the drugs that they didn't even have to watch us, that they went out on their own and prostituted and brought them the money back. They weren't even being held prisoner. They were so strung out on the drugs, they wasn't leaving the drugs.
Right.
They knew what situation they were in, but by this point, they were addicts. They had turned these kids into addicts. And I thought that was crazy.
Right.
And I mean, it was just a way to control them.
Right. It's like, you know, handcuffs, but you know, through drugs. You know,
Yeah.
it was like they were being held hostage, but it wasn't them being put, you know, a pew pew to their head or whatever. It was them. Hey, I have what you need. You better go do what you need to do to get it. And you know, they knew by that time. I'm sure, you know, by 3 weeks. I mean, your family, the conditioning and the, you know, just
Yep.
straight torture that they've gone through. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they don't feel like their family's probably looking for them or whatever. They, you know, they move everyone around so much around the world, you know, around the, you know, country, that you might be 3 states away or all across the whole United States or whatever. You know, by the time you realize, like, I'm in trouble and really need
And then
help, but you don't know
time the
somebody.
parents do find
Yeah.
some of these kids, like I said, like time they find some of these kids, they're getting their kid back so damaged, destroyed, hooked on heroin and things like that. That it's heartbreaking. Sex trafficking is a huge problem, and it seems like it's gotten worse.
Right.
But anyway, look, I appreciate you calling in.
I appreciate your talking to me, and I hope that everybody has a great weekend.
All right, you too. Peace.
Bye.
All right, we got 633 people in the room, and we got like 250 likes on this video. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Guys, take a quick second. I don't care what you're doing. Stop. Okay? Stop what you're doing. And just hit that thumb up. YouTube universe. I can't do it without you. I need the help of each and every last single one of you. Okay? So hit that like button. And I gotta say it a million times. Dolly!
Hey, Dolly. This is Mama Bullhorn.
What's
How
up,
are
Mama
you?
Bullhorn?
Well, this Carlee situation, as you know, I'm knee deep in all of it. But I agree with your last caller. My question is, she was in college for nursing. Having been in the medical field, as I'm like Bullhorn Betty, I've gone back to college 5 times.
Hey, you're never too old to learn something new. That's a myth. That's somebody who said that old dog can't learn new tricks. That was a dumbass person that couldn't learn nothing.
I made my first husband very rich using the real estate and finance field. And then I spent 21 years using my accounting field. So what I wanted to say is, how can you fail college?
How can you fail?
What I'm saying is, been there, done that. It's awfully hard if you are really trying to fail.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Now,
if you're trying and you try your best, yeah, it's hard. You should make it.
Exactly. Now, apparently, she didn't give a whole lot about her boyfriend because he just couldn't take her behavior. Now, why? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why did her behaviors change so drastically?
Maybe she's under the influence or something.
I'm wondering if, you know, she's had a break somewhere. She's got an emotional break.
Yeah, but emotional break don't seem to explain like the premeditation in it, like her searching for it, things of that nature.
What
now,
was
if she
that?
just went, if she just went a little crazy, I could understand it. But she planned this craziness.
Oh yeah, and I've listened to the experts. They said she drove 600 feet down the interstate in the emergency lane with her flashers, saying she's watching a toddler. How in the heck could a toddler walk that fast? That's the first thing that came to my mind. How in the heck did that toddler walk that fast? And it's just mind-boggling. I know she's going to get charged.
Do you think so?
because there's too many assets involved. You've got the FBI, you've got the local sheriff, you've got the all the investigative regime that was involved in trying to find her. Plus, I'm wondering if she'll be charged with fraud if she doesn't return all that money.
Well, I know she can be charged with lying to law enforcement, theft, because remember she stole the $100, $130 some $20 from work. There was another one. There was 3 charges they read off that I seen this lawyer talking about it that they could charge her with, and they wasn't like, none of them were really, really serious charges either. So I mean, it seems like you do something like this, the charges should probably be a little more serious, or they should make the restitution of it so damn crazy that nobody else tries it.
Well, she'll probably get a very steep fine.
You know, she should pay for the gas and the helicopters. Some people got to make money. There's the search teams, the dogs, the people, just bottles of water alone. You got to give people out there searching for you.
Exactly. Somebody's got to pay that bill.
Yep.
So, but anyways, I just thought I'd call, and I've messaged you and I've commented on your shows for so long. I just thought I'd call and say, hey, honey.
All right, Mama Bullhorn, you have a good one.
All righty.
All
Keep up the work.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay. There you guys have it. Damn Mama Bullhorn in the house today. Yeah, hoaxes and stuff like this. It shouldn't really, like, look, I didn't cover it much, right? Because I knew it was a hoax. As soon as I heard she was at the Red Roof Inn, I was like, the hell with this. But a lot of true crime people have been going in on it, and it's a hoax. Okay. Like I was talking with PJ about people, that I search for is more people that are kidnapped by strangers. Like there's a little child that's considered endangered here in Virginia Beach. But she's with her mama. Right. So how endangered is she? Right. The lady didn't go to court. Every case ain't the same. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Shay Nene. How are you?
Hey, who is it?
Shay Nene.
Shay Nene. Okay, I heard you that time.
Can I just turn the subject for one quick second?
Yeah, it's open. It's open conversation.
Are you familiar with the Alyssa Turney case?
It's
an old one. It's like from 2001.
Probably not then.
Okay, so just a quick recap. Alyssa Turney, her mom married this guy named Michael Turney, and eventually died of cancer. So he took over raising her along with their other 2 children that they had. And he always had like an inappropriate relationship with her because she was his stepdaughter.
Yeah.
And had like to videotape her and stuff like that. And they, in 2001, he picked her up from school early that day, took her out to lunch. They got home. He claims they got into a fight. And after that, he left, came home. And when he came home, she was gone. And left a note saying that she ran away to California. And she's been missing ever since.
Dang.
So after years and years of investigation, they still haven't found her body, but they believe she's buried somewhere in the desert of Arizona. So when she ran away, she said she was going to California to live. And they finally, after years and years of investigation, arrested him.
Okay.
In 2020.
Okay.
So he's been in jail for 3 years awaiting his trial.
And have they declared her dead?
They have.
Okay.
And he was just acquitted.
He was acquitted?
He was acquitted.
Damn.
He had all this like surveillance in the house. And I mean, there were some like creepy things that he was doing to her.
Now, the thing is, did she really write the note?
No. it looked like her handwriting, but it was off. And they said it was a close match, or the notes were written, because she left one to her sister too, written under duress.
Oh, like he forced her to write it.
Right. And so she said she was taking off to California to go live. She was like, you wanted me out of here. You got your wish. I'm moving to California to live my life, blah, blah, blah. And, but she left behind her cell phone, all of her makeup, and her bank card, and had $1,800 in the bank that's never been touched.
Yeah, he did something to her.
Yeah, and it took so long for them to investigate him because he was a former sheriff deputy.
Oh, damn, that's why.
So they didn't go and search the house or anything like that until 2008. She disappeared in 2001. And then when they went through the house in 2008, they found all these video recordings of her, some in inappropriate ways, and just like he had a camera in her room and stuff too. Like I said, though, he was finally, after 20 years, he was
hiding the cameras. Like, she didn't know the cameras were there.
Right.
Wow.
And after, like I said, after he was finally arrested after 20 years, spent 3 years in jail, and he just got acquitted. So there will never be any justice for Alyssa Turner.
Wow. And now he's been charged with it and acquitted, so he can't never be charged with it again.
Right.
And it is, there ain't no other suspect, so she's just.
Yeah, it's a really bad ending. Her sister actually, in 2019, when her sister got older and found out more information, she actually started, she turned on her father. And she's been doing a podcast on her own. And she's also gone to like some of the bigger true crimes, like Kendall Ray and Stephanie Hartley, who covered her case. Look, you know, they're like, where is he? And through everything, they always said it was him. He was the only suspect. And her brother and sister are infuriated because they know he did it. So I just wanted to bring a sad update on that case. And that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to check into that one a little bit. Yeah, because I had never heard of that.
Yeah, like I said, it didn't really become big until closer to 2019.
Yeah.
So that's when all the stories and stuff came out, and they did all the documentaries on her. And she was on like Discovery ID, that show Disappeared that they had. They did an episode on her. They did episodes on like 2020, 48 Hours. Like,
yeah, I had to check some of it out.
Covered. Yeah, it's really interesting.
I was like, because as far as true crime, I've been really covering cases for like the last year and a half. But before that, it was only like the huge ones, like serial killers and like the real big like people. So there's some of them I miss. Like I didn't miss like Casey Anthony and nothing, like, you know, Chris Watts and no shit like that. But you know, I wasn't covering true crime then. So some of the smaller ones, I have no clue. People are still telling me about stuff that I've never heard of it.
Yeah, when you get a chance, just kind of go through and read some of it. I think you'll find the case very interesting. And I also think that you're just going to be like, that poor girl didn't get justice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of that in this world, you know.
Unfortunately, yes, there is.
All right. You have a good one.
You too. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
I'm going to try my best. Peace.
Bye.
Okay. So damn, no justice for that girl. So the person they think did it, acquitted. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit, right? And now we know how that worked out. OJ was a killer. So sometimes killers do get free in this world. That's a scary thing with the Bryan Kohberger thing. A lot of people like, yo, Bryan Kohberger gonna get off, man. It's just all this other stuff. And I you know, to me, there's a lot of conspiracy people. I don't wish that dude out of jail. I don't give a damn if they lie on him. You know what I'm saying? Keep that dude in prison. He looked like a killer. If he ain't a killer, he's going to be one soon. Okay. I don't care what they fake some evidence. All right. Fake some damn evidence. Damn. Plant a glove. Right. Who was the YouTuber guy, the cop YouTube, the old former Chris McDonough. You know how he found the glove. You know what I'm saying? Like Mark Furman. In the OJ case, there was the glove, and in the Kohberger case, there was the glove found by McDonough. It's just some OJ. One thing I got in common with OJ, and a lot of people can't say this, but I can. I have something really in common with OJ. We were both on court TV. Okay. We were both on court TV. The only thing though is he was in a slow, high-speed chase on court TV. And I always knew we would both be on court TV. Right. I thought it'd be me going to prison. Right. But it didn't work out that way. It was me talking about the Quinton Simon case in Leilani in Georgia. Right. But I do have that in common. OJ. So if you don't fit, you must have quit. All right. Dolly.
Jimmy's son, Cobra Kai.
What's up, Johnny?
Hey, brother. Yeah, I'm calling to chat it up with you about gilgo serial killer.
Oh, Mr. Long Island himself.
Rex Heuermann.
6'4" straight serial killer coming through the door.
Yeah, it's we've got a lot of wild cases in the last 10 days or so, and a couple of them happened while you were out there in Sin City, and then, obviously you've had your hands full with, well, I don't need to say any names here. We know what's going on in that world, right?
Oh yeah, in the YouTube drama streets. Oh, that's been a crazy week for the YouTube drama streets, boy. It was a shame.
Yeah, you covered it really well, so I'm not gonna taint it anymore there, brother. I'm good to go. But it is things go around and around and around, brother. So that's why I
ain't gonna kick a dead horse today either.
Well, look, I didn't mean it even like that, like you going back around to anything. I'm saying things come full circle, right? And so when I would say things to you on air, and I will toot my horn and yours too at the same time, and that was to say, look, all of us got our toe in the deep end of the pool sometimes that don't belong there. And, it just depends on what the spice of your life is. If you like this format, if you like what Dolly does, then more power to you. And I just never let all that other stuff and that mind hive thinking is what gets you in the doo-doo zone. So anyway, I digress. But what's the call on it for you? What is the jib on the Rex man up there in New York? And
he fits he fits the bill. He everything they described, from his vehicle to it being a tall, bushy, burly guy.
I agree.
There's a lot of evidence for his phones and him calling them that wouldn't make sense unless he was the killer. So I think they got him on. They got him. He's done. Plus they have the hair that matches his DNA that was found underneath the burlap bag.
What's your call on it when they were talking about the original, when this originally started out, that they got the vehicle wrong because he had a Chevy Avalanche pickup, older in the 90s model. It was like a metallic blue, would stand out for sure. And they had they'd gotten it down to the area where he lived in New York was only 2 miles by 2 miles, or 2.2 miles long and about 2 miles wide. So they had actually gotten it down to where, but what happened was they reported it as not, so they had a category of pickups, SUVs, and cars, sedans, something like that, and station wagons. Somehow they got this marked off as a station wagon instead of a Chevy Avalanche pickup 4-door. So they kept driving by his house. They would have known if it hadn't got, designated as a station wagon. Yeah, they said they would have. But the first investigation dropped the ball on it, and now all these years later, so who knows? Maybe some lives would have been saved there. But it's
he's going to have a good
creepy.
Attorney.
Go ahead.
He's going to have a good attorney.
Well, but here's the other thing. They said that all the information they got in that first investigation, because this guy did stand out. He was 6'4", 300 pounds, natural. I mean, no working out. He's just a big baby, like baby Huey, bro. When he came out, his mama was like, "That's done. I'm ruined forever." I mean, 6'4", 300-pounder. And some of the interviews, there's some video interviews that he had from, I guess, some of the work he did. And they're very strange because you would have never thought in a million years this guy was one of those kind of people. You just, because he didn't have like a John Wayne Gacy or one of the more heinous type of serial type dudes, right? He was like very precocious, and you just, even for his size, he came off like a gentle bear, most people said. So really wicked.
Yeah, I mean, some of the nicest acting people are the ones that kill. You look at John Wayne Gacy, he was a birthday clown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Playing with kids and then going home and killing people at night. So
yeah, very creepy.
You never know. You ever notice though, when people finally when they catch somebody, the neighbor's always like, "Man, I eat ribs with that guy." It's always, you would never think. It's always
bizarre.
You never thought, right? Like the crazy lunatic dude, he never kills anybody. It's the one in the 3-piece suit looking like Hannibal Lecter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Well, who was the dude? I don't know why I can't think of his name. I know I'll think of it here in a second. They just made a movie about him again. He was the one in Milwaukee that was like, cannibalizing folks.
Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer?
He ended up, they made another movie again about him. What was it, last year? It was released. But in there, their twist is, where his neighbor, he showed up at his neighbor's house and she was smelling stuff, right? He showed his neighbor's house and he was nice. He would bring me sandwiches. So
yeah,
but she said, he showed up at my house next door with sandwiches. No thanks, Jeff. I don't think I'll have one of your sandwiches, bro. So
there's a lot
pretty wild.
There's a lot of crazy people in this world, and like they're just catching serial killers now from 20 years ago. Think about the serial killers that are active right now.
Well, I do think that, don't you believe that some of the reason why they're catching him is because of some of our tech, right? You look at the DNA factor now. Yeah, I mean, so that has something to do with it as well, and there's an upside to that, and of course a downside too. If you're one of the good guys, you don't want to be surveilled, right? So that's the downside of surveillance. But I say, you carry your own surveillance, man, whatever that is to you. I know what I do, right? But I mean, I still love my fellow man right up until, you do something that I got to put a hot one in. You get my drift.
Yeah. That's what I said. The wife of Doorman should have did. She should have went in that gun safe and grabbed another gun and shot him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's one more thing. I'll start wrapping up here for your other great audience members. And that is, what is the call of the day? As far as who were you referring to that I missed out on real quick? What was
what I was talking about? Leilani going to court for to try to get the dismissal of the murder charges because they can't determine the cause of death, is what they're saying.
Oh, your fiance! You did send me a card for the best man date, man. I'm kind of holding out on that for you, bro. I'll be there for you though. You know what I'm saying? I got your six, but I don't know. What PJ is not gonna. Well, maybe that's a whole different conversation. That's a day for surveys. In the backyard.
That's understandable. It's explainable.
Oh, you know much about those folks? Well, that's another conversation for another time. All right, folks. Hey, brother, thanks for the time up. Okay, folks, now you know the deal. If you're not over there at that merch store and picking up that great Dolly Vision gear, what the heck is wrong with you? Make your neighbors jealous and your family members steal all the items that you get from that great merch store. Look at the Dolly Vision soap, the lotion, the shirts. What's wrong with you? If you're not over there now, you're making a big mistake. All right, folks. Tell somebody you love them. Thanks again, Jimmy son. Peace.
All right, peace. And right now, guys, you can save, just like the ticker says on the screen, 35% on all my merch, my soaps, my lotions, all that stuff with promo code Queens a Scam. Okay. You see, it says true crime and drama, all grifters. Okay. Now we watch some of these people out here scamming. There's some people out here that be scamming. They up to no good in the neighborhood. And to me, that is a crime. And that falls under the true crime category. just say you go out there stealing 10K. That's a crime. All right. And then let's say when your friend is the biggest racist in the world and you just disappear to duck the heat. That's a crime. Okay. And then when you finally do come back, you come back trying to grift money for somebody else. Okay. And then say, well, I'm going to donate to them. Well, didn't people just donate you 10K? Where you got all this money to be donating to people if people are donating to you? Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. The grift is real. And I know them people are seeing it. And you need to. Look left and right before you cross the YouTube streets. Okay? You could get ran slam over out here. Grift truck, grift 18-wheeler, just plow your ass over. Bloop, 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 bloop. Money to shoot out your pocket. They got it. All right? Don't let these people hustle you like that. Deflect, redirect, change the subject. Okay? Just a few words of the YouTube streets that y'all need to learn. Look them up, write them down. We're going to have a test on this on Friday. Okay? We don't want none of these people not knowing what's going on the internet. But I did want to throw in some true crime today because I didn't want this to be all, damn, these people this, these people that. They gotten too much of my time. But sometimes you got to alert the community when you got people out there doing things so horrible that you like, damn, okay? It's that bad. It's a damn. When Dolly shocked, it's pretty bad, okay? When Dolly is the voice of reason, you know it's gotten bad on the internet, right? It's good to see so many bad people, though, get a good kick in the ass. Because every now and then, that's what you need. And it'll humble you. It'll make you better people. Apparently, it ain't stopped y'all from grifting. But, you know, it shut you up for a couple of days. And shit, I'll take it. I'll take that. Just having y'all gone for a few days was worth it all to me. Okay? Just, where they at? I don't hear crickets, right? Remember that one day nobody came live? I had the internet like to myself. I felt like a king. I was like, look, there ain't even nobody else live. People are stuck watching me like it or not. Okay? They didn't have nobody else to watch. They're like, man, we got to watch Doll. I don't even like his ass. But damn. And then it was just crickets. But now they're buzzing around again. They got their grift buzz going. Grift. But you know, that's a whole new time and a whole new place for this. Who else did I want to touch on today? Okay, I done broke off the Bryan Kohberger stuff. We done discussed a little bit of, you know, we didn't get too deep into the Chad Dorman stuff. And I'll tell you, you know, you see him in court the first day and he was crying. You did those horrible things in the world. You weren't crying and you wasn't acting like that. He makes another court appearance. This time, he's cold as ice. And he answers every question the judge asks him. Yes, sir. Coherent. Like, I don't know if you got a lawyer, bro, but you better start playing crazy or something. You know, because what you did is unexplained. Even if he was crazy and you came out there and said the devil made me do it, it's just the monstrous thing in the world to do. And really, I honestly believe that he was abusive towards his wife. He was a controlling person that got to have everything his way. Okay. And this was punishment to her. That's why he had every opportunity to kill her. But he never did. He had every opportunity to kill the stepdaughter. He never did. He wanted them to live with that pain. That is an evil, evil person. He cared more about punishing that woman than he did his own children. I say, you know me, I say waste no taxpayers' money. Now, the Rex dude, you give him a trial because this is a murder case, serial killer. He could have did it, might not have did it. right? Bryan Kohberger, the same thing. Serial killer case. He might have did it, might not have did it. Most likely he did. This is a 100% fact. You did it. You admitted you did it. Everybody's seen you do it. Why? Why waste money? Why waste a trial? Why waste appeals? Why waste a lawyer's time? Why waste anybody's time, right? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I say you walk him up to a cliff and kick him in the ass. Okay, that's what I say. Guilty as can be, and then to walk into court, right? And this pisses me off. I don't know about y'all. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? He pled not guilty. That man pled not guilty. How the hell did you just say you ain't guilty? You guilty as shit. Guilty is all can be guilty in this whole entire world. Guilty. And like people not taking responsibility, accountability, right? Not take it. Like, look, dude, you murdered your damn 3 sons and damn almost the whole world watched it. Okay. They were blurred out, but we seen what happened. We seen them little babies laying on the ground and, you know, they were black boxes, but we know what them black boxes represented. So we know what you did. We seen how you acted. Justice in this world is screwed up. All right. Because they need to be doing the same thing he did to those 3 boys. They need to execute him, bring him back to life, execute him again, bring him back to life, and then finally execute him for the final time. All right. I just send him to Guantanamo Bay. I don't know. Something that is bad. All right. Put him in there with the worst inmates you can humanly find. All right. I don't know which. Put him in the worst prison, the worst people. And I mean, just put him in population. Don't give him no special treatments. Don't try to protect that man. What deputy in the jail? Most of them have kids. That's why they got jobs, right? You got that dude in there. I mean, most people spend their life trying to provide for their families. It's like I don't know if it's just a natural instinct as a parent, but I don't see this being an easy path for this guy, right? Unless they put him somewhere and they lock him by himself and nobody can get to him. But I feel like as soon as they put this man in general population in a prison, depending on what prison, he ain't gonna be around long. He ain't gonna be around long. Dolly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know you know who this is.
PCT in the house.
Yeah. I had so much fun at the scavenger hunt. You guys should have been there.
I know.
Oh my God.
Look, we got called up and Tiff showed up and we were in the middle of doing something. I got a call for Dumpling and I did tell Dumpling I'd be there. So I apologize to Dumpling.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah.
We got caught up and then one time we realized it was so late and we was already in the middle of doing something. So we just it, which sucks because, you know, I told her I'd do it, but I'll try to make it next time.
It's fine. It's fine. Like I said on our show, we forgive you. No, I had never done a scavenger hunt before, so that was a blast. A lot of running, probably the most exercise I got all week. But see, the thing is, everyone else, they were in their kitchens, so they'd grab their salt, they'd grab their sugar, they'd grab their clippers. I had to run to the bathroom, run to the kitchen. But anyway, I lost terribly, but that's okay. Okay, so I missed the first half hour and I don't know what was talked about. So I wanted to ask you or tell you about the Rex Heuermann, you know, the gilgo thing.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this? You probably have, or the chat probably has, how he has timeshare in Vegas.
Yeah, I was hearing something that they're trying to connect him to some stuff in Vegas.
Right. They're sifting, you know, through rosters of unsolved cases, and then also he might have ties to Amityville and South Carolina. I don't know if you heard about that.
Not the
And then,
Carolina.
What? Oh, you broke up a little bit.
I said I heard about South Carolina, but I didn't hear about Amityville.
Yeah. I didn't know Amityville was in.
What I think.
Hello? Oh, okay. I thought my connection dropped.
Oh, okay. I said I think it's in upstate New York. I may be wrong.
Oh, okay. Is that where the movie was made? Or they just named it that? I mean, you would know.
Movie,
I don't know.
Yeah, it happened in Amityville. That's why they named the movie that.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And then also, I took notes, of course. Similar murders in New Jersey, Atlantic City, possibly connected to the killings of Long Island. So yeah, they're really, really looking into things. And then I think this was touched upon your show a week ago or so. Obviously, you know, his wife, Issa or Essa.
I think the Amityville house is, I think they're saying Long Island. It's on, I thought it was New York. Amityville is close to Rex. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. I was thinking it was down south. Let's see. So his wife, you know, filed for divorce. I'm pretty sure you said all of that. But what was sad was on my true crime thing that I think you told me to look at. Well, I look at people true crime.
Wait, hold on a second. The Melly case, the YNW Melly case, it was a mistrial. Is that what you're saying? Wow, mistrial.
Who had a mistrial?
YNW Melly. He is the one accused of killing his two friends in the car. He's a young rapper that sings the song "Murder on My Mind," and he was riding around. They allegedly shot his two friends, and they drove him to the hospital and said they were in a drive-by. And I guess they're saying it's a mistrial.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and what does that mean exactly? It can be tried again, but
it can be tried again
at a later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I remember you talking about that one evening
they'll have
on
to
the
repick
panel.
the jury, all that. So.
Okay. Wow. Well, that sucks apparently for the victims, unless, you know, people think he's innocent. Do you think he is?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think he's innocent. I've heard some stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So anyway, on my iPad, I saw the family of Rex. You know, their faces and stuff. Have you seen them yet?
No, I haven't looked at his family. But most serial killers have families. That's pretty common.
No. But what I'm saying is they look so sad. I mean, of course, they're not going to look happy, but they were, I think, coming out of a motel. They didn't show which one. You know, they're like instantly moved out of the home. You know, the daughter is in her 20s. The son looks like he's, I don't know, maybe later 20s. And the wife has a reddish hair, and the son and the daughter, they all have kind of red hair, which I don't know. I expected like dark hair or something. Just in my mind, but it was sad. They were all kind of looking down. They weren't trying to shield their faces or anything. They just looked really forlorn, and it's really
if
sad.
somebody came in and told you your loved one was a serial killer, I'm sure that's a pretty hard thing to take.
Yeah.
Somebody you've been married to for 20, 30 years, and they live in this secret life that you don't know about, you know. And then bam, next thing you know, same thing with BTK. Imagine when they went to BTK. Well, his daughter now is an activist. But imagine when they went to them and said, "Hey, your dad's a fucking serial killer."
Wow.
You know, so I'm sure as a family, he acted normal around them, and then, you know, so they didn't know but the good guy, their dad, and next thing you know, they don't know that he's a psycho on the side.
And there's a show out there, right? My parent or my dad or my I think it's my dad is a serial killer, or I don't think it's my mom is a serial killer. I think the name of it is my dad is a serial killer, or is it my parent? Anyway, it's out there. That happy smiley face person, you know, talked and
yeah. All right, Tina, you be good. I'll talk to you next time.
All righty. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Peace. So a lot of these killers have family, you know, and that's their secret life. When they leave or when they're, you know, you don't never know what's in somebody's mind. You can think you know them 100%, but you just never know. That is a scary thing. And I would think there'd be signs to that. You know what I'm saying? That if you're around somebody long enough that you would notice. I think if somebody was around me and then going off killing people, I think I would have some kind of clue that something was going on. I don't know quite what, but something ain't right. But a lot of these families acted like they just never had no clue that, you know, he'd say he was going here and say he was going there. And next thing you know, he's at a truck stop kidnapping somebody and chopping them up, you know. It's a hard pill for families to swallow, you know, when somebody gets locked up like that, or I don't know. And it's really, you know, kids, like, think about Leilani's other two kids. They got to grow up with their mama in prison. That's a hard life for a kid. You growing up without your mama, I couldn't even imagine it, you know. And not only that, but your mama's then killed your brother in prison for that. Like, you know, that's crazy. And like, you put that on your family, you know, when you do these heinous things, it's a stain on your family, you know, and that sucks because your family probably don't deserve it, right? You can't control everything that every family member you got does. You just simply can't. If they have enough evidence, which it sounds like they do on Rex, the Long Island serial killer, then he'll go down. But the thing is this, the dude apparently is an architect. He got some money. It ain't like Kohberger broke as hell living with his parents. Okay. It's not the same. This dude is going to show up with like really good attorneys. All right. He's going to show up with really good attorneys, and they better have some really good solid evidence against him. I mean, some phone calls to some people. I mean, that's pretty damaging, but does that prove you murdered somebody? I mean, it's pretty damaging, I would think. Like, you called the people that died and you called their families. Right? Now, look, the searching I found was, you know, because they said he was, you know, looking into it. He was following the case. But the way they explain it is, if you from New York, everybody followed the Long Island serial killer case. So it made sense that he searched this stuff. It made sense that he called prostitutes. He liked prostitutes. That don't mean he killed them. His hair is on a prostitute because he slept with a prostitute. I heard this lawyer talking about it, and I was like, I mean, he had doubt in my mind. Yeah, he calls prostitutes. He sleeps with prostitutes. The hair is on the prostitutes. But when that prostitute left him, she could have went somewhere else. All three of them, though? All four of them? I mean, that's a little bit of a stretch, right? But you're right. That just because you call a prostitute don't mean you killed her. Just because your DNA is on a prostitute don't mean you killed her. What if you was the dude that slept with a prostitute, right? This is hypothetical. Think about this. You a dude, you go out and sleep with a prostitute. You're a dirty ass dude, and you know, you do your thing, and you leave your DNA on this girl. Okay. Next thing you know, she goes out, meets some other John. She gets strangled, thrown in a ditch, and your DNA is all over her. People don't think about that when they pick up a prostitute, right? What if you could catch a murder charge and not even done it, right? There's people who go out and kill prostitutes, like a lot. Like, I watch serial killer movies and shit. It's always prostitutes, right? So a lot of the times. And then you go out and pick up a prostitute. This is the reason, guys, you watching. This is why you don't pick up a prostitute. Next thing you know, you went in jail for damn murder because your DNA is all over a dead person. All right. Now I ain't saying he didn't kill these prostitutes. He probably did. He probably 98.9% did. But I'm saying as a defense attorney, this dude was chewing it up right off the bat. He was like, yeah, he slept with them. He left DNA on them. That don't mean he killed them. He called them because they're prostitutes. And like he was explaining, he was like, yeah, he searched it because everybody in New York searched a Long Island serial killer. You live in New York. You want to know what's going on in New York. And I was like, man, he just tore down half the shit they had. Okay. Other than the fact that he called the families. He never called them families, right? Reaching out, searching for them families. That's what made it so damn weird. Okay. Other than that, Rex, you with a good attorney, like the dude, that wasn't even his attorney. This was just a defense attorney that was talking about it. And he was just like, yeah, when you sleep with a prostitute, you'll leave DNA on them. And I was thinking, that is true. And he liked prostitutes. So his whole defense could be like, yeah, I called prostitutes. I slept with prostitutes. Don't mean I killed prostitutes. There's no eyewitnesses. I mean, there's that the vehicle thing. There's a lot of like circumstantial evidence, but there's not a whole lot of physical evidence. But you got to remember, it's been so many years too. But I think he's done. Technology, people back in the day, you could just kill people and get away with it. Nobody got caught. Seems like there'd be people getting killed all the time. Nobody get caught. You kill somebody now. Look how fast they caught Bryan Kohberger. That's the fastest killer I ever seen. They caught his ass in a record-breaking amount of time. Like, you leave to go get your popcorn, they done caught his ass. I mean, it was over a few weeks, but think about it. That is quick. That is absolutely quick in this day and age. They're just catching people from 20 years ago, right? They caught this dude in a month. That was good. I mean, that was actually good police work. The police came out, though. One thing I learned in Idaho, they'll lie straight to the damn news. The people watching, they don't even say they sorry at the end of it. They just lie. Oh, they were in the basement. They were asleep. They didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing. We all know that's a lie, right? Everybody in here knows that's a lie. So when people go dead now and they give news conference, do we believe it? Right? Because we've seen them give a whole press conference where they came out and everything the police in Idaho said was a lie. I mean, I think they lied so they could investigate and not leak nothing and things like that. That's what I hope anyway. But everything they said was pretty much a effing lie. Okay. And now, so when we see something that happens in the news, like in the very beginning, do we believe it? Or do we wait a little while till the police come out and be like, okay, this is what really happened? Because that's kind of how Idaho went down. It was like they came out, they told the general public one thing. All right. But really, it's totally something else. Had an eyewitness, all that stuff, right? But on the news, they didn't say that DM was on the same floor awake and seen him. They could have came out right then and said, we have a suspect. He's a white male, approximately 6'1", 200 pounds, bushy eyebrows, from 25 to 30 years old. Women use caution, use safety, make sure your doors are locked, have people escort you until we can find this. But, be truthful with the people. They could have came out right off the rip and said, hey, this person's on, because look, there's no way the police can say that the community wasn't in danger. When you got 4 people dead, stabbed to death in the middle of the night in a house in a college town, sounds like a horror movie, the general community is in danger. Okay. He could have just as easily the next night walked up in somebody else's house, stabbed them to death. You just never know. You don't know how crazy, the level of crazy that people actually are. So I just don't know right now. I know you really can't believe everything the media says. You can't believe, I know everybody tells you to trust the police, right? Trust the police. They lie. They blatantly straight up lie. There ain't no stretching the truth. They lied, right? So do you 100 believe everything you hear from law enforcement when they come out in these news conferences, right? Because I think they misled the general public. That's all I'm going to say. They did a great job. They did an excellent job. Shit, best job I've ever fucking seen job, right? But they did straight lie to us. They lied to us. And if it was for good reasons, I can take it because y'all caught the killer. Now, if you just straight up lied, there's still a dude at large, that would be a little bit different. But the good thing is they were on top of it. They found this dude. He's guilty as shit. He got some damn Ted Bundy eyes. That sold me right there. Just when I seen him, I was like, yeah, he's probably a killer. So let's see. We done touched on the damn kohberger that I wanted to touch on today. Leilani, everybody say a prayer. All right. There's like 664 of you. Like this video first. Then say a little prayer to baby Jesus that they do not drop these murder charges against this girl. Either way, I know Leilani's going to prison. All right. She's going to prison. But I want some justice for baby Quinton. This is something that's going to stay with me forever. And I still got my legal situation down in Georgia that I got to take care of. Okay. And I wouldn't have been down there if this girl hadn't did what she did to her baby. All right. So I want some justice for that. And I want some justice for that little baby. All right. Mostly the baby. My shit's misdemeanor charges. Ain't that big of a deal. But she needs to pay the price for what she did to Quinton. Simple. If that baby would have just accidentally died and you would have came out and said the baby accidentally died, I threw it in a dumpster, I don't think nobody would have been out in Georgia. I don't think there'd have been nobody protesting outside the house. I mean, there's a cause and effect for everything in this world. And she sat there and lied, and she sat there screaming. I mean, she was forced. Justice for baby Quinton, right? And I still got to add me a Quinton Simon one to this. But she was forced to do it. Billy Joe. Oh, I almost forgot this. I almost forgot. I'm glad I've circled back. I'm glad I circled back. In the thumbnail, you will see a picture of a lady riding a chicken. Okay? That is Billy Joe in Walmart. Okay? That is what she wore to Walmart while her daughter is going through a murder trial. She's playing around in Walmart. And not only that, but if you could zoom in on the picture, she's wearing a little Quinton Simon necklace. You know, the same people that were out while Quinton was in a dumpster in a landfill, y'all were out there partying, trying to pick up dudes. That's horrible. That is horrible. I know she's been ran when this first happened. Some of the locals ran her out of a Walmart. Okay. The locals down there in Georgia, believe it or not, Savannah, they ain't big fans. They ain't big on the whole baby killing. They wasn't big on that shit when I was down there. And there was a lot of chaos. There was a lot of mad people. A lot of stuff got blamed on YouTubers. It is what it is. If this woman ends up with like 5 or 10 years, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. I just think I will. She needs to do a good 20. The thing is I would say she needs to be in prison the rest of her life, but she's so young. Okay. And 20 years is a long damn time. And in 20 years, she won't be but 40. I'll be an old ass man if I ain't dead. Okay. She won't be but like 40 years old. She still has more than half her life ahead of her after doing this. She'll never spend the rest of her life in prison. And that just hurts my heart. You know, I know, I already know whatever this is. Already, I got to tell myself, if this woman does not do 20 years, there is no justice. There is no justice for that baby. And how dare her sit out there and say justice for baby Quinton? Why don't you go in the courtroom and say justice for baby Quinton? Right? That's sentencing. That's what I recommend.
Is it Charles?
Dolly.
It's me.
It's me too.
I'm Susie.
Susie.
And
Susie.
I know, I'm laying here.
Oh my God, the white fog, Susie. Oh, Lord.
Did you get the video?
Yeah, I got it.
It's spooky, ain't it?
It's terrible, crazy. It looked like white fog coming to get you.
I told you. It was weird, wasn't it?
It was weird, Susie. Okay, what'd you call for today, Susie? What you want to talk about?
Crime.
You want to talk about crime?
Well, yeah, I was going to do a video and ask Bly to put it out. It's about religion and how the Romans are still running us thousands of years after their demise.
Okay, you wanted to call me to talk to me about the Romans.
It's a crime what they did.
So you want to talk about crime that happened 2,000 years ago?
It's still going on today.
That's still going on today. Are they battling lions and tigers or what? What's?
No. What happened was,
I mean, just because they put out the movie 300 don't mean it's happening today. That's from.
It has nothing to do with the movie, and I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Because I don't pay for satellite or cable.
That's a lot of
TMI.
TMI.
Channel, what?
TMI.
What happened is Constantine, who was an asshole, who was the emperor of Rome after Mark Antony and Julius Caesar died, who happened to be alcoholic, believe it or not, but we won't get into it. Anyway, Constantine got people who were later known as the Catholic Church and had them put the Bible together. Now, occasionally, the Catholic Bible, you guys quit talking, I'm on the phone. The Catholic Bible has different books in it than the Protestant Bible. And the only Bible that has the real books in it is, believe it or not, the one from Ethiopia. Because when the Romans, the reason you have a lot of stuff found in caves is people were hiding it from the Romans. The Romans had book burning.
Susie.
And
Susie.
Wait a minute. It was the emperor of Rome. He created Constantinople, which is now Turkey. That guy decided what was going to go in the Bible. Romans did not like women. Romans always wanted a male child. If some of them didn't have a male child, they would put the baby girl out to die out in the wilderness, on the road, whatever. And if you read the Bible today, a lot of the stuff isn't there. Most of the people that wrote the Bible were scholars. They cut out things, wait a minute, they cut out things that you should know. Like Jesus is not the Son of God. Is God married? Yes. Now, you do
see a little bit about his wife in Genesis, but it is highly censored. And if you go to the Ethiopian Bible, you'll see it. That's why he talks about thou shalt not commit adultery.
Yeah, but I don't plan on going to Ethiopia.
You don't have to. You can get it from Amazon.
Okay. Just the word Ethiopia makes me hungry. I ain't eaten that yet. I just got up.
Well, let me tell you, they said that people in Ethiopia weren't Jewish. Thank goodness.
What does this have to do with true crime, woman? Please, somebody help me here.
Because it is true crime.
2 hours later.
The ones that are in Ethiopia were Jews from Israel. And people that are racist.
Jewish from Israel?
Yes.
Okay, why do we need this history class right now?
It ain't a history class. I can't help it. I'm really smart. But
I
anyway,
skipped history.
But it's a crime.
To skip history?
People even today are saying, I'm going to pray to little baby Jesus. Really? Who is little baby Jesus? Well, he was somebody who was born under a star.
Am I let me ask you this. Can I pass the collection plate around after all this?
You could pay me hourly.
So how you been, Susie? How you been?
They stole my Corvette.
They stole the Corvette. We knew that was months ago, Susie. We know about the Corvette. We know about the white fog. Anything new in your life other than that?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd do a striptease for us over the
Me?
Yeah. Ready?
I might break a hip.
Huh?
I might break a hip, Susie.
Are you that old?
I'm not old. I'm getting older. I got a birthday coming up.
You're not fragile. You got teeth.
I got teeth. What the hell does that got to do with anything? Most people got teeth.
Yeah.
Don't they? I guess teeth ain't in this world these days. I guess teeth,
No,
not as many people got teeth like they used to have.
Fake teeth. I don't have fake teeth. Neither do you. So we have teeth.
That's okay. That's good.
Come on, admit it. When I call.
Good observation, Tina. I said Tina. Susie. Good observation.
Let me look. No, my tits are mine. I'm not Tina. I'm Susie. I'm little tits.
Okay, you've been waiting for the phone lines to come back open. Did you miss me, Susie?
I'm waiting for you to do the striptease for me so I can get excited.
Put her in the room with Carl. Okay, Erica, I'm gonna make sure I do that. She'll get along great. We need to get you one of those spinny hats, Susie.
Oh, you one with the like the little thing
propeller
on top?
On the top, yeah, so you can fly around the house.
I need that. Can you buy me one I like in red?
Yeah, we're gonna send you one. I'll trade you for your boat. I'll trade you for your boat. How about that?
No. Do you know I was thinking of buying a garage just to put that boat in?
Okay. Well, that sounds great.
The Amish. I have to.
Oh God, not the Amish. We just went from the Bromans to the Amish. What did the Amish do now? They churned butter. What the hell did the Amish do?
What did the Amish do? They build.
Okay.
And you could actually buy a 3-car garage. So I would have a 6-car garage, which means I would actually have room. But you could buy a 3-car garage built from the Amish and they'll deliver it. But I don't know if they'll deliver it from Pennsylvania. So I had to call them.
They don't sell shit to poor people. I got bad credit even with the Amish.
Do you really?
Yes.
Well, you know why?
Because I don't pay my bills.
You won't do the dance. Da, 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 da.
I might need to do that dance.
If you do the dance, okay.
All right, you gotta foot loose. Gotta foot loose.
Satan, they'll somebody will give you money and put $1 in your pants.
Okay. All right, Susie, I gotta let you go. You done bored 50 people into a coma.
What do you? My name ain't bitch bag, Dolly. What are you talking about?
What? What are you talking about, woman?
Well, you complain a lot.
Who? I'm a complainer.
Well, I usually turn it off. I don't like it because you bitch too much.
Hey, do you think the Amish might have stole your Corvette, Susie?
No, it was.
You got to watch them Amish. You think they ride horses and buggies. So you never accuse an Amish person of stealing your car, but really they're the biggest car thieves there are. That's what I heard. They got all kind of Corvettes. When you ain't looking, the Amish be just driving by in your Corvette.
Museum who gave the police, and I called them fake papers. They are now selling the car again with a $1,500 difference. And the people who helped to steal it were the ones that they recommend on their website.
Okay, Susie.
Transport their car.
You have a great day.
Only if you do the dance.
I'm going to do the dance. I'm doing it right now.
Do it.
I'm sliding around the house right now like Tom Cruise. Risky business.
Tom Cruise? I'd pay to see Tom Cruise strip. But I wonder, does he have a big dangle?
All right, Susie. You be good.
Do you have a big dangle?
Susie, you have a good day. Peace.
I want to know about your dangle.
All right, damn. Susie going in hard. Is she?
Have a good day.
Molly.
Hey.
Molly.
What the crap did that lady on? What is she taking?
I don't know. The good stuff.
Good stuff. Hell, that lady's in another world. And you sat there and made her even talk more.
Who?
You kept agonizing her on. You were losing half your people. They were saying your girlfriend said she's gonna go play in traffic.
I like torturing people sometimes. Torture, that's part of the show.
You paid. She did. PJ said she's going to play it, and then the other one said push me off the roof first.
Well,
all your people got ready to go crazy.
Sometimes Dolly like to torture you a little bit. Y'all can take it.
Yeah, well, you sure the hell did torture.
Stand up, okay? I'm trying to teach y'all patience out there, okay? You got to have patience.
Well, on a Saturday after you've been cleaning the freaking house, you ain't got no patience, I promise you. But anyway.
And little baby Jesus?
Do what now?
You didn't learn nothing about the Romans and little baby Jesus right there?
No, believe me, it went one ear and out the other. I couldn't handle it anymore. I tried to zone her out.
Yeah,
I laughed at you. And I looked at your comments. I laughed at them. I zoned her out. I totally zoned her out. But anyway, what's going on with Leilani?
Leilani she had a hearing the other day, and it was about dropping the murder charges because they can't determine the cause of death of Quinton Simon. The judge just needs more time to review it and stuff like that. So I'm just hoping and praying they don't, drop the charges down to something else. Because, she's a young girl. He does 20. She's still going to get out when she's like 45.
Yeah, but she gets out, people are going to irritate her. She's not going to have a pleasant, even if she did, which I think she should. I don't think she's always going to have that over her
because Leilani's not Casey Anthony. She didn't have that real big, she had media, court TV, a little bit here, Banfield, shit like that, but it was nothing of the level of a Casey Anthony. 20 years from now, nobody will know who she is. Well,
you think so?
Yeah, and they won't even give a F. Half of us will be dead.
Yeah, that's true. I know I will be.
You see what I'm saying? So, people ain't going to care. They won't know who she is. Her case wasn't that big. It's big to us true crime two people in this circuit. But if I walked outside to one of my neighbors and said, hey, do you know who Leilani Simon is? They'd be like, hell nah.
Mine either. Yeah.
If you walked out and said, hey, you know who Casey Anthony is or Chris Watts? They would go, yeah.
Yeah, but it's because her parents had money.
Yeah, I know. And Leilani ain't got shit, so nobody cared.
There you go. When you ain't got blank, you ain't going to be out there very much. When you got money, you're going to be everywhere.
It is what it is.
If it was a family, if it was a wealthy family missing a kid under them circumstances, hell yeah, they would have had a whole street, would have been nothing but media. You wouldn't have been able to fit a YouTube person out there.
Yep, exactly. Well, I don't think the child should get, which I call a child really, but I don't think she should get out. But if she knew what she was doing, when she put him in the trash can, she knew they weren't going to be able to determine.
I think they're going to go with the baby died while she was under the influence of drugs. She didn't know what to do and she threw the baby away. They're already trying to say she was under the influence.
Well, didn't she stay under the influence?
No, they're saying 3 weeks prior to the disappearance, she was in a drug rehab. And then I guess she relapses and something happens to Quinton. Quinton goes in the dumpster. Now, we don't know exactly what's in them journals, but apparently there's something in them journals because they keep mentioning them in court.
Well, what about the boyfriend? What was his name?
Danny.
Yeah, well, what about him? Why couldn't he just clammed up and went away and never said?
So far, they ain't used them. They ain't brought him in. I mean, I think they're going to use him for the trial, bring him in. That's what I would think because, one, he shut up. He disappeared. He never talked on the internet. He never did any of that shit that everybody else does. He didn't. So I'm thinking he's their number one witness. And he was there.
Yeah, but do you think he knows? Do you think he knows exactly what happened to the baby?
He absolutely knows what happened.
Then how could she get out there? He knows what happened.
You got to believe him. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe this guy.
He was with her. He lived there.
I would believe him, but he came out and said, she did something. Leilani tested positive that day. I thought they tested her and she just had her teeth pulled. She had meds she was on. That is true. She was on medication for something about a tooth or something of that nature. I don't know. I just know that, like I said, under the circumstances, trigger warning people of, the compactor, the dunk, the trash heap where they run you over and stuff, and the stuff that moves the trash around. And when I heard that, his body, they didn't just find it in one location. He was scattered throughout the landfill. And they still didn't find all of them. And they only found little tiny bits and pieces of them.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm. And then
that's what I'm saying. Regardless of 20 years from now, I don't care. I would still remember that girl's face as I lived in Georgia, and I wouldn't give her no peace. Every little place she went.
Yeah, I think if you say if everything would have happened the way she said it, like, the baby accidentally died, blah, blah, that's one thing. But I don't believe none of this was an accident whatsoever. Because you look at what the people in the neighborhood said, just the kids. She was out there.
That's what I said. Right.
Beating on the baby. They got to take this into account that, these things have been said about it. I don't mean them things are true, but they're being said. There's people out there that witnessed this, and some of these are young kids. But at the age of the kids that seen these, they need to show up to court. They need to let that this kid was abused. I don't know what the CPS records show, but that there had to be something going on for the CPS to even be there in the first place. So
that's what I thought, because I thought they were going to try to take him away anyway. And then the VJ, whatever that woman's name, the mother, she had to take. So already for social services to get involved, they knew something was going on.
Well, yeah, it's funny. The kids know what's going on out there, but all the fucking adults play dumb. Like they didn't see nothing. Okay, but all these kids see this shit going on, but none of y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? They just lying. They just don't. The neighbors are horrible.
They don't want to get involved. They stay in their little world. They don't care.
I get it, but we're talking about a kid's life. There's some shit don't get involved in, but this is a kid's life. That shit they get involved in and they care about. Like they just, I mean, it like you've heard the saying, it takes a community to raise a baby.
Exactly.
That community failed that baby.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, I'm a nosy neighbor anyway. I know what's going down in my neighborhood. If you don't like it, tough.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't watch my neighbors. I don't really even care. I got a decent neighbor.
Well, I do when it comes to kids. If I see a kid walking in the street or I see a kid in the ditch playing around that's too young, I'm going to say something.
Yeah, I mean, if you've seen somebody, if I can tell you this, if I walked outside and I seen some lady slap her kid across the street where it busted his head on the concrete, they put me in jail. Okay.
Well, they would me too. They would me too.
They put me in jail that day because that won't be the first one to bust his head out there. And I don't condone it, but you are not beating on no small child in front of me like that. Not that
way.
I've been out there and you're like, you're in the street and you smack his butt. I'd be like, yeah, boy, you better stay out the street. If you go there and backhand that kid across the road where he busts his head on the street, oh hell no. I believe in disciplining your child. I don't believe in abusing your children.
No, we got discipline with some of them us, but we didn't get our head knocked into the face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whip your kid's ass, but you out there beating the kid in the face and the kid's walking around with black eyes and bruises all over him. You know who should have the black eyes and bruises? She should.
Wait, but not only that, we all know the people who was in that house, Dolly. All of them knew what's going on. It should be on them too. It should be on the mother. It should be on the boyfriend, the brother. All of them could have done something about that.
Yeah, all of them felt.
They saw it happen.
I know they did. I mean, they might not have thought in their mind that she would kill the baby. You know, I can give them that. I didn't think she'd kill her. I give you that. But y'all let this abuse and this activity go on, and it's led to this. It's escalated to this. You know, and if somebody would have put an end to it earlier, her abuse towards the child.
That's what I said.
We might not even be talking about it right now.
That's my point. As I was saying, and the one boy, the one brother, was it her brother that shoot, not the young one, the other brother that lived. He didn't actually live there, but he was there.
Michael was the one that didn't live there.
Yeah. He's got kids of his own, right?
Yeah. He's the only one. Let her see this. And he was the only one out there that you could see. He was a little upset. Like you could see it in him.
He should be.
Yeah, I thought he was upset one time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I guarantee he saw her hit that child or something, and he should have stepped in right there because I'd have jerked her or nodded her. You know what?
He was the one that wasn't there as much. And then the little other one, he's a little thug guy. And then the other brother, he's in prison for killing somebody, robbing and killing somebody in the woods. And his cousin, the dude that got killed, his cousin was out there. And she was out there going, you know, they killed my fucking cousin. Their family didn't care then. They're trash. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, wow, this is turning into like the craziest shit I've ever experienced.
Well, that's what I say, Di. If you're raised that way and you condone that behavior, she's used to seeing that. She grew up seeing it. Then she thought it was okay to hit the child. But she was probably hit.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. She was probably abused the same type of way.
Because why did they take her away and she didn't get her back until she was 9 years old?
But what is with this selective child hating? I mean, I only got one kid, so I can't be like, well, I like this kid better than the other one. But I always felt like my mom loved us all the same, you know, but she acted like she did.
Well, that's what a parent's supposed to say. You never pick favorites. You can't do that.
Yeah, so like, why the selective outrage at one kid? The same thing in the Corey Bigsby thing. He just didn't like Corey, and Leilani just didn't like Quinton. Like it seems so crazy because, and this is crazy too, Quinton looks so much like his mama, and Corey looks so much like his daddy. Is it something to do with like they're seeing themselves? You know, and
maybe so, and they're afraid that they're going to turn out to be like them. I don't
know. It's just like they look so like these kids look so much like their parents, and their parents are the one that. And Quinton looks more like Leilani than any of the other kids too.
He looks exactly like her.
I know.
Exactly.
I know. It's so sad. The same eyes, everything. It was just like he's a cute little boy. So many people would have loved to have that boy as a son, and just to snuff his life out like that or not give that kid a fighting chance. It's horrible. That is absolutely horrible.
And when he smiled at the babysitters and laughed, he was precious.
Yeah, and then the stuff they put her through, knowing she had nothing to do with it. You know?
What do you expect? That's how they roll. That's how they are.
And I mean, if my daughter's going through a murder trial, I'm not going to be in Walmart in a big ass chicken outfit dancing around the aisle.
What?
You see my thumbnail? That's Billy Joe in the chicken outfit in Walmart.
No, dang, I missed that. What?
Yeah. On my thumbnail, if you look, there's a woman in a chicken outfit. That is Billy Joe in Walmart in a chicken outfit. Why this was the other day while her daughter was on trial going to court. Billy Joe was the one that showed up to court, testified that she was in a rehab facility 3 weeks before Quinton went missing. And then she goes out and dresses up in a weird ass outfit and goes to Walmart. You make it make sense to me. I have no clue what these people are smoking.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's her in the thumbnail. That's Billy Joe. That's a recent picture of Billy Joe riding a chicken. Why she's in Walmart riding a chicken out with a chicken costume and shit on? I have no clue. I can't make it make sense.
See what I'm saying? That's what she was raised by. So what do you expect what she's going to turn out to do?
Yeah, she had a big smile on her face. She has a Quinton Simon necklace on, and she's got looks like she's riding a chicken, an inflatable chicken. I don't know. This is I couldn't write this. If you was like, hey Dolly, write me a movie with some fucking the weirdest shit you can humanly think of, I just couldn't do it. I could not add a woman riding a chicken. I wouldn't think of it.
You know, I'm surprised that somebody hasn't done something on Lifetime about this case. I'm surprised they haven't.
Like I said, it just didn't get the attention. It just didn't get the attention. It got a lot of attention because of me and Betty. When me and Betty got there was nobody there. It was just an empty ass road with them and us. And then next thing you know, news are popping. Then it started to escalate. Then people started coming and so on. But if it would,
the fry guy was throwing fries at you, and the old man was.
Well, they just had it to people wanting to watch it because people love crazy shit and drama and all that stuff. So it just added to watching it, and everybody was locked onto it. Like, I'll tell you this, I'll never forget it in my life. It's something I hope I don't never experience again.
I know you won't. Because you got in trouble with a dang bullhorn.
Yeah, but I get in trouble. I've been to jail all kind of places. That ain't the first time I've been in trouble. That ain't what I'll forget about. I forget, I can't even remember all the times I got in trouble, but I remember this because I hope I don't never get to sit down with somebody like that then killed their baby ever again. To be dead ass honest, that is just the weirdest shit ever.
I couldn't have looked her in the face though, because I'd have probably smacked her. I'd have got in trouble because I'd have probably. Well, especially Billy Joe, whatever her name is.
I'll tell you a lot as time goes on, 15, 20 years from now, nobody will never remember these people. I'll remember these people to the day they put me in my coffin. Just won't ever. Well, never forget it. Never.
Well, yeah, and then you had a little baby Quinton ghost coming up behind you.
And plus, I got this big ass sign that says "Leilani, will you marry me?" on my wall with a turtle mask on it. So it reminds me every day of it too. You know what I'm saying? So I got a daily reminder of that, and I wouldn't forget it if I didn't have that daily reminder. There's not a day that goes by that at some point in the day I don't think about it for some reason. But more lately because court and legal shit. So. And she has legal shit going on. So lately I've been thinking about little baby Quinton a lot. Matter of fact, the other day I had on my Justice for baby Quinton shirt.
Oh. When are you going to go back down there?
Soon. At the end of this next month.
So your attorney
I'm not positive. You never know with my attorney. This dude we go when he wants to go, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Is he better?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no clue. The last I heard,
they have to let you know.
They'll let me know. I mean, sure, yeah. They'll let me know if I got to be there. That's the biggest thing. Do I got to be there or not?
Right?
Because I don't want to be booking trips that I ain't got a book, wasting money, flying down to Georgia, and all that good crazy shit.
But is that crazy girl gonna be there?
I mean, I don't care if she's there or not. That's neither here nor there. What happened. It's the reason it happened. So that matters to me.
Well, that's true.
Well, plus my lawyers, that, and whatever happens. That's, I can't control the future.
Well, nobody can. Yeah. But I'm just saying, it ain't gonna get to that little mess.
I hope not. I hope it all works itself out, and I'm pretty sure it will. Like I said, I got a good legal team. I spent some change on this dude, and so far everything, I'm free so far. And I think the people down there knew I didn't really do nothing. You see, the bondsman didn't even know me, was watching, came and got me out of jail.
Yeah.
So it was free to, it was free to get out of jail. People didn't want to, they knew I was down there for the right. I did something wrong, but I was there for the right reasons. I veered left a little bit somehow, but shit happens.
Yeah, I can't believe how quick you got a bond person. I'm like, dang, where'd she come out of?
I don't know. She's rich. She's all get up out of here. I mean, there was some things I had to do, right? Like, 'cause it wasn't completely free. I had to show up and I had to take a picture with her dog. Okay. And she had to cool.
You had to what?
I had to show up at the bonds office and take a picture with her dog.
Take a picture? What? I never heard of that stuff.
I swear. That's what she wanted. She wanted me to show up and take a picture with the dog. The dog,
wow.
she had like a Georgia bulldog. It was the coolest dog, rich as hell. This dog made me feel broke. Okay, this dog had the best life. This lady be driving Bentleys and shit. This dog's living large. Okay, I mean living large. Like, this is the richest dog I ever met in my life.
So you think Lola is bougie? This one's more bougie, huh?
This is a millionaire dog. Okay. They love this dog, so they lock the place down and shit before they even let the dog out. Okay, let's lock the doors. They lock the shit down. They were like, this dog gets out, nobody has a job. Okay,
he must be worth some money.
It's probably a $5,000-$10,000 dog, but that's still to her. That's her kid. You know what I'm saying? And they were telling me she had 2 of them, and one of them recently they had to put down, and so she loved the hell out this dog. So I went in there and held the dog, took some pictures with it, and left. But yeah, that was part of getting me out of jail. I had to go take some pictures with her doggy. And the dog is cool as shit. Dog's name, I still remember the dog's name. The dog's name is Ruby.
Ruby! Oh, I like that. That's cool. Have you spoken to her anymore?
No, yeah. They keep me informed when Leilani goes to court and things, and they also got a t-shirt for me that says jail sucks.
Wait a minute, she got a t-shirt or you got a t-shirt?
They got a t-shirt they want me to come get, the next time I'm down there. They tried to give me the last time I was down there, but I wasn't able to get over there to get it. But it says the blonde bombshell. It's their t-shirt for their bonds company. But on the back of it, it says jail sucks or something like that.
You ought to get it when you go back.
I meant to get it the last time I was there. I just didn't get a chance. It was like where I was at was a pretty good ways from them, and I was tied up, so I didn't get a chance to get back out there to get it. They just forgot to give it to me when I took the pictures with the dog. So they're really cool ways. You get locked up in Georgia called a blind.
I ain't going to Georgia. You didn't make me. I don't want to go nowhere near going to Georgia.
You in Savannah and go to jail. Hey, they'll get you out.
I don't care. Georgia too freaking hot. It's hot as crap.
See, like Erica's from Georgia. What? She says the most famous bond lady ever. She's oh so damn fancy. I know when I seen her cars and shit, her house, I was like, oh my God. You never know who's watching you. You just never know.
You're great. You got lucky.
Yeah, I got lucky. I only had some million lady watching and got them out like that. I had no bond. That was the craziest thing. I had no bond. No bond. All of a sudden, you got a bond, get the hell out. Okay.
They just wanted you out of there because they were out there screaming. You were causing too much controversy. They wanted you the hell out of there.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, look how they all lined up as you were going out. I mean, they don't do that normally.
I hope not. That is one of those things. I hope I never experience again either. And it was the weirdest shit. Like, I'm looking around like, what the hell? Because I've gotten out of jail. I ain't never gotten out of jail with cameras and sheriffs and people lined up down the fences. I was like, yeah, this shit is weird. I got out of jail. Everybody was trying to hang out and like talk and film a damn YouTube video or something. I was like, I don't know what y'all trying to do, but I'm trying to get the farthest hell away from this jail as I can get. All right, y'all shoot y'all's videotape shit somewhere else. I'm ready to roll. I'm trying to walk and talk. I'm like, let's keep this shit moving.
Exactly. Get out of there and get out of Georgia.
Well, they changed their damn mind. That's what I did. I got out of there. I went out to dinner with Betty, Molly. I can't even remember who else was with us. And then that following morning, we went out, said goodbye to the babysitter, took one more last stroll down the road, said something to the crackhead ladies, and then I left. So I actually went back and said something else to them after I got out of jail. So, yeah, that was learning experience.
Oh, Olivia was down there with y'all.
Yeah, it was Olivia. Yeah, Olivia. I think Olivia went out. Yeah. I can't remember who all was. I know Molly was there. I know Betty was there. And Molly was making jokes about me being in jail and shit. Molly's actually pretty funny. Oh, she actually has some jokes.
Oh yeah, hey, shit, I can't even talk. Whatever happened to her? What's going on with her now?
Well, she's on Kick, and
what the hell is Kick?
It's a gaming platform, and she has another YouTube channel. I've seen it lurking. I don't think she's doing much. I think she's chosen not to come back to YouTube because, you know, Molly ain't broke. So.
Well, no, her husband. Did her mom pass away? Yeah.
I think so, yes. Yeah. Yeah, her mom really passed away. So, yeah, I don't think she's hurting for nothing. And everybody wanted her gone, but look, now they don't have Molly to talk shit about. You know?
Right, they don't have anybody to, yeah.
You don't get rid of your enemies, right? You gotta have people that, you know, are your enemies. I don't try to get rid of my enemies. I just talk shit about it. So I have somebody to talk shit about. You get rid of them. If you get rid of, who do you have to talk bad about? If you get rid of your enemies, you can't. You got to keep the enemies.
Exactly. Hey, you said something about a channel called The Jerk.
The Jerks with an S.
Yeah, The Jerk. Yeah, they just happened to pop them on. Are they from Australia or something?
I don't know. I just called her Lady Mary Poppins. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. She sounds like she has a pleasant Mary Poppins voice, but yeah. I don't know where she's from. Honestly, I don't. I just be picking.
So you said they were good, right?
Huh?
You said they were a good channel.
Yeah, they did a good job on digging out the information and bringing it out in a believable way, because a lot of people had already put that information out. They just didn't put it together like they did. They did a really good job, like presentation wise. You know what I'm saying? Plus, they sounded believable because they're sweet women and they ain't some old weird ass dude like Dolly saying it. So everybody believed them, you know. So yeah, they did a really good job. Sometimes, you know, just because you're crazy don't mean the message ain't true.
Just because you're crazy don't mean you. I was just wondering because they popped up and I remember you saying something about them. So I watched it for a little while, but they won't talk. They were talking about heels and the whatever that crap.
Well, heels. Oh Lord, heels, man. At this point, I feel bad for heels because I just didn't expect that from heels. Even though me and heels ain't friends and we're enemies, even my enemies, I gained some respect for at some point in time. Like, I don't always hate you. At some point, I'll just, you know, I have respect for you. If it's just your YouTuber respect. And I did not see that coming. I didn't see that coming. The heels and the air thing. I mean, I knew she was mean-hearted. It. I just thought it was towards me. I didn't know that, you know, that's what I thought. Like, maybe she, and I only thought she hated me because of Betty and JLR, right? Which I don't know JLR. I've never had no communications with JLR. But I thought she hated me because of that, because Betty's friends with JLR, which means if Betty's friends with JLR, that must mean Dolly is friends with JLR, which is totally untrue. I've never spoke to the guy 1 second in my life. I ain't never even seen him, but on YouTube. But I don't be searching the bushes. If I go outside and search the bushes, I might find his ass, right? But yeah, I don't know like that. And I just assumed that Hills hated me because of that. Right. And then, all the stuff leaked that she's posted a lot of racist stuff, and she was posting, it was all about me trying to get her to take down a video of a 17-year-old deceased kid. And nobody wants to see their kid dead on the internet. Nobody.
I'm glad I didn't see that.
And she took it down. And then she said, I took it down because of Dolly. Well, that's the wrong thing to do. You should have took it down because it's wrong. Not because I said take it down. You should have took it down because it shouldn't have been up there in the first place. And then she never apologized. She completely lied about her identity, who she was. And that came out that she was the person that everybody was saying she was. She came up on the internet and admitted that. She tripled down on her views and beliefs, right? She never one time said, I'm not a racist. She was, even to the people that supported her in the past, she was really over talking them, just being shitty to them. And she really showed a terrible, terrible view of herself. And I don't think she understands it. And I don't think she quite gets it. This is 2023. We live in a different world than just 10 years ago, than 15 years ago, or even just 3 years ago. Times change, and she's stuck in the fucking past.
Yeah, but she congregates with that Queen lady.
I know, because it's like, in that lady, of course, scamming and getting up here and being hateful, got her sued. Okay. Which, Betty knows she ain't getting nothing from that lady, right? This lady uses this as an opportunity to take all this money, which she doesn't spend on a lawyer. It just as a big ass grift, and yeah, I mean, them type of people are going to hang together. I mean, they brag about being felons over there. Okay. And I didn't even, when I started putting the stuff out about it, I didn't even put out her criminal stuff, because there's some criminal things too. It was just, nobody believed me anyway. So it didn't do no good. If I say anything, it's F Dolly, right? Dolly did this.
No, they make you prove it. They want you to prove it.
They want me to prove everything. Prove you make this up. Prove you paid for it. Prove you did this. And I proved everything to them. But these same people that scream, we want proof, we want proof, we want proof. You don't see them showing no receipts, proving anything. So, to me, people will see it. It may take some people some time, to see the grift of what she's doing. Like, even when she took the days off because she didn't want to address the Hills stuff, right? And then she got up there and lied to her viewers, said she couldn't talk about Hills, but she sat up there and talked about Betty, the lady that's suing her. Make that make sense. Okay. She didn't want to address it. She didn't want to call her friend a racist. It was just a bunch of snaky shit. And you can only do that so long. So she leaves for days and she comes back up. And I thought she was honestly I thought she was trying to raise money for damn Candace Bly. Okay. I thought she was trying to raise money for Candace Bly. I was like, why the hell is she? And somebody thought it was somebody from my channel. Hit me up. I was like, why is she raising money from somebody from your channel? I was like, what? So I had to go look. And she was raising money from somebody named Can. And at first I thought she was raising damn money for Candace Bly. I was like, this lady just grifted 10 G's and now she's trying to raise money for Candace Bly. But it wasn't Candace. It was somebody else to deal with somebody else. And they just have a similar name to Candace. But this is the thing that got me. She was like, yeah, I'm going to donate to her. I always take care of her, look out. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. People just donated you this money. So you're going to take that money and donate that money to somebody else. And now you're trying to ask these people to donate to this person. It was just the weirdest shit. I don't know. Make that shit make sense.
It don't make. You mean to tell me that those people that watch her donated 10G to her?
They donate 6,000 on a fund, right? In a matter of 2 days.
Where do these people live? In a hole?
No, yeah, but then she was hitting the Cash App, the Venmo, the PayPal. right? And then after she reached the money, she was still taking money. So she's accumulated over 10K off of that Betty lawsuit, right? Paid a lawyer 2K. So she pocketed 8. She then got a new damn dog. She's donating money. You know what I'm saying? But you just took that money. You just took that money for legal expenses, right? Like that she didn't need. If she got money to donate, then why you need donations? Just curious.
I want to be curious too. What state does this lady live in?
I mean, I don't dox. It ain't my doxing thing.
I'm just curious. I never could figure that out.
I ain't doxing this week. I've never said her name. I've never said her name. I've never said.
I don't want to know her name. I'm just curious what crazy state that she lives in.
I can't even remember what state she's in, but I'm going there.
You go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I am gonna go. I want to see.
You are?
Yeah. I'm definitely going. I ain't lying about that.
The trial. Okay.
When she goes to court against,
so it's going to be in her. I thought it would have to be in Betty's state, not hers.
No, when you sue somebody, you got to stay, and you know Betty's going.
So she's got to go her.
I don't give a damn where you at. You could be in damn Alaska. Betty's showing up. I know that. You know, I hope it ain't.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want to fly to fucking Alaska. I hope wherever it is, it's somewhere.
The way she talks and stuff in this country, she ain't in Alaska.
Huh?
The way that lady cusses every breath, the way she talks, she's not in Alaska.
Oh no, she's not in Alaska. I mean, I know where she's at, but I don't sit up here and do that to people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows.
I don't understand why people would donate that kind of money to that lady. I don't get it.
It wasn't just to her. So Burnt Toast has a different community of you know, she reviews videos, things like that. She was raising money for Queen Bee because they hate Betty. Everybody just hates Betty. It ain't that they like Queen Bee. They hate Betty. Okay. So this was the Hate Betty campaign. She didn't raise 6K because she was fucking Queen Bee 2 days. She raised 6K because the hateful Betty is fucking Betty.
Okay.
Betty ain't got me out. She ain't got me out. You know,
right. Okay. I get what you're saying. Other don't get money for.
Hills was raising money, and Burnt Toast is friends with Hills, so she's going off what Hills says that Queen is, but she's a member at Queen, so she got to know Queen's a little bit of a grifter. But she has her own battles like every other YouTuber, and I guess you know Queen ain't on her radar. But I think most people that have been up here on the internet for a while, they see it. They see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people are stupid.
Whatever happened to the pirate lady?
The pirate lady, I don't know. Good thing is this. She got her monetization back. She's going to say she turned it back on, but she got it back. I'm glad she did because when she had monetization, she at least was out here cussing everybody out. Right? She just wasn't going to do that shit for free. She wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Because every time she said something mean about me, I'd be like, you're doing it for free. You know what I'm saying? But in honesty, I'm glad that she got I'm glad she got it back. Sometimes you need certain people here
around.
Well, she may think I hate her. I don't hate anybody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to see. I know the people that were flagging her and the dirty shit that was going on by people she thought were friends. She might not know and she may not believe me. But I don't wish that on her. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're using that to support your family, you got to survive too. So I didn't want to see her lose her monetization. I'm actually happy she got it back. I think with her having it back,
like I said, you'll make a pop up. I haven't seen her pop up lately.
Yeah, she'll make more videos about me, which will get more people watching me. So we need her back active. We need to get that ship. We're gonna raise that bitch like the Titanic. Okay, I want the pirates around. I do. I think they hate me, but they do police the waters a little bit. Okay, they hate my fucking guts, but that's fine. But if we're in a lawless place, okay, YouTube's lawless. They have a place here. That's all I'm saying. They can hate me, whatever. I don't like y'all, but there's a place for them on YouTube.
There's a place for YouTube.
That's what I'm saying.
Where's Lolo?
She's in bed. She's lazy.
In bed this time of day?
Yeah. This is about the time of day me and Lolo usually getting up, but I got up a little early.
No, she's living the life.
All right, I gotta let you go because I'm getting ready to leave. Go have some
time
Saturday. It was good talking to you. Have a blessed day.
You too.
All right.
You too. Bye.
Peace. Yeah, guys, today y'all got some crime. I can't even talk. You got some crime and a little bit of drama. I went over a little bit of what's going on in the YouTube streets. You know, I ain't gonna kick a dead horse. Hills has her own battles to face. Maybe one day she'll realize what she did is wrong and fix her mistakes and move on from there and become a better person. Same thing with the Queen, Griff. You'll realize one day what you did ain't the coolest shit. Your people realize maybe you one day will become a better person. I ain't gonna sit here and keep kicking the same people over and over again. It's like a broken record. So we're gonna keep pushing forward. I mean, we're gonna touch on them a little bit here and there, poke a couple buttons, but I ain't got all day to be worried about a bunch of hating ass people. I hope you guys have a great day. If you ain't yet, like the damn video. A lot of great callers today. It was good talking to you. Susie, crazy as shit, but I haven't heard from you in a while. So it's absolutely good to hear from you, you know. And I hope Rose from Virginia is okay. Usually you turn these phone lines on. Rose from Virginia is blowing it up. So I had to check on you. Worried about you. Everybody else, don't let nobody F your day up. Like I said, right now, 35% off on Dolly merch. Get it while it's hot, okay? With promo code Queens, a scam, just like you see at the bottom of the screen on the ticker right here. Saves you 35%. And like I said, we have some of these different bracelets. We got Justice for the Doorman Boys, and we got the Idaho 4-1, and we're throwing them in. I think we have a few Summer's Days Army ones left. But we're just throwing these in with orders. So when you order something, it'll come with one of these bracelets. So if you get it, that's what it is. We just threw an extra one in your order because we're giving them away. So anybody orders, so I don't know which one you'll get because PJ ships it out. So some might get this one, might get that one. But we're just including those because there needs to be some justice for these boys. There needs to be justice for Summer Wells. There needs to be justice for the Idaho 4. And hopefully this year, we'll see some justice. And it'll be later in the year, near towards the end of the year. But hopefully we'll get to see that. And it's what we're looking for. Same thing with Leilani, right? And baby Quinton. By the end of this year, hopefully we'll see some justice for some of these kids. Same thing with Corey. I mean, he got court dates coming up. Corey Bigsby later this year. So hopefully, man, we see some of these killers go to hell away this year. Okay. 2023. Prosecute killers. We need a Gannon bracelet badly, says Paper Cut Tina. There's so many kids, and soon it'll have my whole damn arm filled up. You know, I got a little damn short arms too. I had to get a longer arm. But like I said, if you ain't like the video, like it, join up, right? Hit that join button. Keep Dolly alive. My stomach growling right now. Dolly got to eat, and it's cheap as shit. It's cheaper than a cup of Starbucks for the month. So hit that join button. No reason to be running around here naked. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace.